Hey, how's it going? And welcome back to week 41 of the Raise Your Vibration family. Today we are simplifying everything that you've learned in this course, that you've ever learned, and that you're ever going to do. So if you can pay attention to the right things, everything else will work out. But the ultimate question is, what are you going to focus on? And when something comes up that you don't want to focus on, but you're focusing on it, what are you going to do then? So, do you want to simplify your life, not being distracted, stop not getting what you want to get done, and just spinning your wheels and not getting the progress that you want to get? So here we go. How do you get progress when you have so many things to do? This is where simplification comes in. Take the most complicated problems and think back to square one. All the way, take that biggest problem, step it back until simplify, simplify, simplify. Like a fraction, until it's an easy, digestible, simple thing. Don't make it too complicated. It's this simple. When you're focusing on the right things, stuff becomes simple. And when you're not focusing on the right things, stuff becomes more difficult. So, how are you going to focus on the right things? That's for you to decide. But the benefits are increased focus, relaxation, a better lifestyle, less complicated distractions. Everything starts working out in your favor. You don't have to worry or run here and there anymore. Everything goes at its own pace. So a lot of this is just about releasing worry, releasing too much thinking, releasing too much. Okay, because too much, anything, is the problem. So how do you find the middle ground and moderate yourself? How do you find the answer in the solution? This is not a training wheel course. This is here to help you figure it out on your own. It's more like a guide or a landmark or an arrow pointing in a direction. You need to figure out what that means for you. So, how are you going to simplify your life starting now? What are the things you're doing that are complicating your life? And what are the things you need to do to simplify it? How can you take what you're doing today, this week, what you want to do next month and this year, and simplify it into small little chunks of work, focus, and attention? Because the thing is, if you have been focusing on something for a long time, it means you haven't been taking action. Because an overarching goal is different than one thing, because a goal is fluid. Once it hasn't been achieved, up until that point of achievement, it is still changing and fluid, and you will have a very set goal, like you need a measurable way to get there. But other than that, what the exactness is, you don't really care how you get there, because what matters is getting there. So how are you going to get there no matter what? And stop worrying about how it happens. You just need to think and take action on whatever you can do now to make it happen. It's that simple. It doesn't need to work how you think it needs to work. You just need to keep trying and it'll work. It's that simple. So take the simplicity of life. It's beautiful. Look at nature. The trees grow. The seasons come. The animals go around and do their breeding and animal stuff and eat each other. And we can do our things. We can build stuff and think of things and talk and imagine and help each other. So make your life simple, because the more you can simplify your life also, the more you can help other people not only simplify their lives, but make their lives better. give you some more tips on how to simplify. The best thing I've ever found how to simplify my life is by writing down my main priorities. And then think about, how are these overlapping? How long is it really going to take me to get these done? How am I going to accomplish these? What has helped me so much is stop thinking about how I need to make it happen, blah, 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 and just think, what can I do now to make it happen? It's that simple. What can you do now to make your ultimate dreams a reality? What can you do now to make your life amazing? Okay? Because sometimes people's lives get too complicated, they lose their target, and they're gone, they're lost. Because you'll never get anywhere. You can't drive a car if you don't have a target. So the target, it's like trying to drive without a steering wheel. And the goal, like how you're going to do it, the work, is the gas. So you can't do it without either thing. You can't do it without having your target and your focus on one thing with the steering wheel, so you know where you're going, but also you can know where you're going, but without gas or power in the case of electric vehicles, you need the power of work and action to get you there. Because you can have the best car ever, but if you don't have the gas or the power in it, it's not going to go. So how do you fuel yourself up? How can you get yourself moving? Because once the car's moving, you know momentum keeps it going. How can you think of life like you are a car? Or if you can remove yourself from yourself and stop worrying like, I'm the only person in the world. If something happens with me and the worst thing that happens to me, oh no. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's okay. You'll be okay no matter what happens. Your spirit, your energy, whatever it is that runs humans beneath the flesh, will be okay, and it doesn't need to worry about it now. All you need to do is make your life great. And that's what I want to do too. That's what I want to help you do. So how can you make your life great? Here's 5 things, okay? Focus. What are you going to focus on? How are you going to feel good? Because what you're feeling is going to help you focus. So work on how you feel, work on making yourself feel better, and focus on the things that make you feel good, and keep doing those. Then the focus, how can you focus on the right things? How can you focus on your goals? How can you consistently work, even if it's not that much, but consistently in order to get there, because this will get you there faster. And then the meaning behind your goals. Why do you want your goals? When you think about why you want stuff, you will be able to crush it because you know your motivation and you get unlimited power and fuel. And then you need to work on your relationships, because sometimes a goal can be involved with a relationship, but you need to just work with people. Build your relationships. Build how you work together with people. Build all the people you know, because then they'll also be able to help you and you'll be able to help them. And guess what? The more people there are in a tight group or a big group that are working together, the better everyone does in that group. And then finally, what are you going to take action on? So it's this simple. How are you going to get from where you are now to where you want to go? What do you need to focus on? What do you need to ignore? Okay? Because some things will pop up, and sometimes just saying to focus on the good things isn't good enough. You need to ignore the bad stuff, and it will go away. It really will. It's like if you stop watering the weeds, they'll stop growing. Stop putting your attention on the bad things, because it seems like naive, or it's not going to work, or oh, it's going to hit me anyway. Solve the problems, but don't worry about them. Stop focusing on the problems. Focus on where you want to go, and just clear the weeds. So focus on the plants you're trying to grow. Clear the weeds. Don't over obsess about the weeds. And yeah, simplify. So simplify your life. Thank you for watching the week 41 Raise Your Vibration family. If you click down below, you can sign up for the email. You can check out the email if you're already here. You can sign up for the other courses, and let me know how your life is going, how your days are going. Tell me, how do you make yourself feel good? What do you focus on that makes you feel good and can help you get to your goals? How do you know why you're doing what your motivation is? Why do you want to do stuff? What are your relationships like? How do you cultivate interpersonal relationships? And what are you taking action on? So let me know those 5 things. And there's your simplified answer